And hey everybody, this is Geocacher TN Photobug from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Welcome to another of my historical geocaching on the road shows. And today it's very much on the road because I am on vacation right now, currently in Cordele, Georgia. And guess what I found here in Cordele, Georgia? Check it out. This Titan 1 missile. Just incredibly tall. There is a geocache here, and several people have looked for it, found that it's like in bad repair, and so another person couldn't find it, so I just replaced that cache. But anyway, let's check this out. It says Titan Missile 1. This is the site of Confederate Air Force Pad number 1. Holding 98, this giant missile was dismantled in California and flown to Warner Robins Air Force Base. The missile was then transported along I-75 to Cordele. The Rotary Club of Cordele initiated this project, a dream of its president, John S. Pate Jr. The dream became reality when Confederate Air Force Pad number 1 was christened July 17, 1969. The Titan was donated to the Cordele Rotary Club by the federal government, and the Rotary donated to the Cordele and Crisp County. It says gives some statistics on it, the different stages and fuel tanks, which I just really think is interesting. And I also think it's neat that this place was christened just a few days before Neil Armstrong walked on the moon. It's just pretty neat. Some more interesting facts about the Titan missile is that this Titan 1 missile was the United States' first true multi-stage ICBM, or intercontinental ballistic missile. It was the first of a series of Titan rockets. It was unique among them because it used liquid oxygen and RP-1 as its fuels, while all the later versions of the missiles used all storable fuels instead. The program began in January 1955 and took shape in parallel with the Atlas missile as well. The Air Force's goal in launching Titan program was twofold. One, to serve as a backup should the Atlas fail, and two, to develop a large two-stage missile with a longer range and bigger payload that also could serve as a booster for space flights. And it was produced by the Glenn L. Martin Company, and the first stage delivered 300,000 pounds of force, of thrust. The second stage, 80,000 pounds of force. The fact that it burned RP-1 and liquid oxygen was a severe drawback to the military program because those fuels could not be stored in a stable condition for a long time. But this missile utilized both radio and all inertia guidance. Deployed in a hard underground silo, it had to be raised by surface by a special launcher for firing. The Titan 1 had an effective range of 5,500 nautical miles, and when the first stage had finished consuming its propellant, it dropped away, thereby decreasing the mass of the vehicle. That made for a more efficient missile, which resulted in increased range and increased payload. I think it also was used for the early Mercury flights. So anyway, I think that's really neat. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out some more historical videos I've shot. My YouTube channel, that'd be youtube.com/TNPhotobug. And until next time, this is Geocacher TN Photobug signing out. I am indeed having a very literal blast with the past.